In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make a floor length handkerchief skirt. So a very long one. You can see it is long and it is full. It is reaching the floor. So that is what I'm going to teach you how to do today. So if you are new to my channel, you are welcome. So guys, so this is how we normally cut our normal handkerchief lay. So I'm going to show you. So you are going to fold your fabric into four. You can see it. So this is the normal one. So this is the first method. So you add your waist measurement, and then from your you measure your waist measurement. Okay, so the next measurement you measure is the short length. That is what you use. So for instance, if your short length is 30, you mark 30 inches. Okay, on that folded side, and then you mark the 30 inches on this folded side also, and then you just mark a straight line down to the end, and then you from that 30 that you marked on the other side, you connect it. So you can see it is a straight square. Can you see? It looks like a square. So this is how you cut your normal handkerchief flay, that it's not going to reach down. You understand? It's not going to be touching your floor length. So you can see how it looks. Okay, so for this, if you are using Ankara, you can use that method. And then the second method is this one. If you want your skirt to reach floor, that is to be very long, so this is how you cut it. So I'm just using this small fabric to illustrate it. I'm going to use our main fabric. Okay, so the first thing, you're going to mark your waist measurement. So for this, you're going to use the longest part of your measurement. That's what you will use to measure it. So after marking the waist measurement, you're going to mark, for instance, if your waist, like mine, my skirt was 40, I measured 40 inches. So to that down, you can see on that folded side, I marked 40 inches. And then this side, from this side, take a look at it, I marked 40 inches. Can you see? Even though this, you can see, and then I connected the 40 inches to the other 40 inches that I marked on that side. So that's basically how you do this. You mark 40 inches, depends on your floor length, and then you are going to cut it. So for this one, the skirt, that's the shape of the skirt, is not going to be a perfect square. Can you see the way it is looking? It is not a perfect square. You have four parts that are obviously longer, so you can see the shape of it. Can you see the shape on the table? So after that, you are going to have something looking like this. So I just want to use this fabric to illustrate it so that you see it very well before we move to our main fabric. Okay, so the next thing, I'm going to show you how to open this skirt. It is very important, unlike the first handkerchief that you can just pick any part and just open it because the four parts are the same. But this one, I'm going to show you, there's a way you open it that your front length is going to be too short. You understand? Can you see the way it is? If you open it from that side now, your front length is going to be short. Because I don't want my short front length to be short, that side, I'm going to use those parts as the side of the skirt. Okay, and then I'm going to move to this middle part. Can you see that this part is long? That is where I am going to open. So with this, my skirt is going to be long, full, and it is going to be touching the floor, and yet it will still give me that handkerchief effect that I want to have. Okay, so you can see. So we'll move to the fabric, to our main fabric. So please, if you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button, subscribe to Stylish Naija channel if you have not done so already. I would really appreciate it for you guys to subscribe, and my returning subscribers, God bless you all. Thank you for watching and for your support. Okay, so you can see the fabric on the floor. Already you can see a perfect square is there. So that perfect square is the main, that's the first way of cutting it. Initially when I did this, the camera I did not know that I did not record, so that was why. You can see that it is already marked. So mark your waist measurement. So divide your waist measurement into four, divide it into four, and then mark it here. And then the next thing, we're using the short length. So from this part, so for this, if your short length of your skirt is 25, you can mark that. And then on this side also, you mark the 25. And then on this other part, just rule a straight line to the end. You do understand? Just rule a straight line to the end. And then from here, you will connect that line. So you already have 25 on the side and 25 on the side. So you just connect it, and then you have your perfect square. And then this is the second one, this floor length. Can you see the way the fabric is folded? I'm going to mark my waist measurement. So like I said, divide your waist measurement into four. So mine, I made it a little bit bigger because I wanted to pleat it. But at the end of the day, because of the sash that is in the front. Okay, so the next thing, I marked the full length. Like I said, I use 40 inches. Can you see 40? And then I connected the 40 to that end. And then on this side also, I'm going to mark my 40 inches. Can you see? On this end, I am marking my full long length of my skirt. I mark my 40 inches. And then once I go to that end, I'm going to connect them together. So connect your waist measurement, measure the length, the long length of your skirt, and then connect it. Note, you can see that it is not straight. Can you see? That was why I really emphasized I had to chalk it properly. Can you see it is not straight? Because when you measure 40 from this other side, it's not going to reach down. You can see the way it is slanted. Can you see the chalk? You see it is slanted. It is not straight, just like what I showed you with our small piece that we did. So that is how you will know that your skirt is reaching floor length. But if it is perfect square, except if you are going to join the fabric, if you join the fabric on the side, join enough fabric, so with that you'll be able to achieve that. But if you don't want to join your fabric, if you are using a fabric, can you see the four parts? You see how it drop, it is touching the floor. Can you see my skirt? And it's still giving me my effect, my handkerchief effect. So after that, like I said I made my waist a little bit bigger because I wanted to pleat it. But note, the pleat is not still going to show because I covered it with that sash, that design on the waist. So what I'm trying to do now, I just pleated it now to my waist measurement. Just pleat it. So if you don't want to add pleat, you can do it like that. So what I want to do now, I want to add that sash in front. So what I want to do, I want to get the side of my waist. So what I did, I just folded the skirt into four, that's the waistline, and then put a notch because I want to sew that sash in front. Can you see that sash that is dropping, those tassels, every tassels or sash, whatever. So I am trying to fold the waist. If you know the name, please let me know in the comment section. I really want to know. So now at this point, I had already notched it. That's like my waist, my front waist to my side, and then my back waist to the side. So that part now, can you see? So now I cut a straight fabric. This one you don't need any mathematics, just a straight fabric. So for this, I used the remaining of my fabric. That it was not too deep, but it was still okay. At the end of the day, came out fine. So I just took the center part of the skirt. So basically what I'm trying to do now, I want to use that straight fabric to turn the waistline of my skirt because this fabric is bulky already, so I don't want to line it. Okay, so what I did, I'm going to stitch this fabric now, that sash or tassels, whatever. I'm going to stitch it from the center of my waist to the side of my skirt. Like for instance, if I am if I am cutting a if I am using a skirt, that's like for instance if it was a divided fabric, I don't need to do all this calculation of looking for the waist. You understand? But since my skirt is just a straight round skirt, so that is why you see I am trying to get the side of the waist. If not, that sash is not going to sit well because you are going to sew it to the edge of your waist. That's the side of your waist, your side, and you will stop and then sew the other part also. Then sew from the back and bring it and stop everything at your waist, the side of your waist. You understand? Your hip corner. I don't know how to explain it to you, but you will understand. So you can see I've turned that waist. You see I've turned the front, the whole of the front waist. I turned it and then you stop at the side of my hip. That's the side of my waist. So that is where I stop. And then the other part is just going to hang down. Can you see the excess? It is hanging down. Depends on how long your fabric is. So you can do it however. I did not use any measurement. I just use my remaining fabric. So for the back one, you are going to divide the back one into two. You understand? Because you don't want to cover, except if you are doing an elastic waist line. So that you are not going to put zip. So with that, you can decide to run the back one straight also. But me, I added a zipper to my skirt. My skirt, the waist is fitted. At the end of the day, it's going to look like a waistless skirt. So that was why I was telling you that even if you pleat it, the pleat is not still going to show, because that tassel or sash, whatever, is going to cover it. So now I'm going to take from the back one, now from the back, from my center back, I'm going to sew it to this, to reach the side of my waist in back, at the back. So I'm just trying to explain this, but when you are sewing, you will understand. When you hold your fabrics together, you are going to understand all these things I'm saying. You get it. So as I'm explaining, it's just make sure, for those people that don't used to watch video to the end, they will just start cutting. You are on your own. It's always good for you to finish watching the video before you start trying to implement it, for you to know. So the next thing, I'm going to take this, that's from the center of, that's at the side of the back. You know why all of this is? Because our skirt is a round skirt, we did not split it at the side. So that is why all of these contentions, if it's contention really. So I'm going to stitch it from the back. This, so now this is the center, my center back. I'm going to stitch it, that's, I'm sewing it down. I'm using it to turn the waist of my skirt. So that's what I'm doing. So after everything, I have turned the waist of the skirt. The skirt is looking fine, beautiful. This is the inside. So I'm just going to flip this and then iron it. Can you see the way the tassels are hanging? Yes, I think that it's better to call them tassels. And then I'm going to just, can you see the way it is looking? You can see. So that's the side I was talking. I've been emphasizing on side. It has to be on your side of your waist measurement, gang, or else it's not going to work. So at this point, please like this video, subscribe if you have not done so. I would really appreciate. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, drop a comment for me, so you can see. So at the end of the day, we are done. So the next thing for you to do is just for you to take this back to your machine, and then you are going to stitch it. For mine, that sash, I did not want my zip to get to that part, so what I did, I just folded, I just weaved and folded them, and then I fixed the zip on the long one. I did not include those short ones, no. So you can do it that way, or you can fix your zip, whatever, and then take it to the down. So that is all for this skirt. So thank you so much. You can see how beautiful this skirt is looking on me. I rocked this and it was so giving, like so much in a compliment. It is beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. God bless you. Bye.